Hello. In today's video, I am going to teach you how to make this 3D layer cake topper. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Once I have Cricut Design Space open, I am going to look for these images so it's easier to design, and I have the codes listed down here. Next, I am going to go to thefont.com and I'm going to look for this font called Safari. I'm going to look for this giraffe skin background and I'm going to download. And then for my PNG, it's going to be the Safari theme here. So once I have everything downloaded, I am just going to upload. And I also found this banner on Google. Okay, to start off, I am going to go into text and I am just going to type in the number 2. And for this one, it's going to be the font Arial, and I just found it on Cricut Design Space. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slice the image background with the number. So I'm just going to align here and slice. I'm going to delete this since I no longer need it, and I'm going to also delete this black font here. Now that I'm just left with that, I am going to adjust it with my ribbon banner. Here, since it's going to be all these small pieces, what I want to do is I want to create an offset. That way it has something as a base to hold on to. And for this one, I'm just going to select it as 0.028. And I'm going to bring the banner to the front. This palm tree, I want it at the front as well, so I'm going to bring to front. And then for my PNG here, I want to create an offset as well. If you see here in this PNG, when I hit offset, it's going to separate it into 2 different ones. So I'm just going to increase the offset, and for this one, I am going to do 0.60. Instead of print and cut, I am going to change it to basic, and I'm going to change the color white. Here I'm going to do contour, so I'm going to select hideout contour, and from here I'm just going to remove these because I do want it to cut around. And then I'm going to select the offset with the PNG, and I'm going to select flatten. And now I'm going to just go ahead and bring it to my other image here. And now I'm just going to play with the sizing the way I want it to be. For my number 2, I'm going to create offsets, and I'm going to do 0.56, apply, and I'm going to change it from print and cut to basic, and this one I'm going to choose the color orange. This color orange is actually going to be a gold foil color, but I just use that color for a reference. And then I'm going to create another offset from the gold part, and this one I'm going to do the color green. I'm going to change the color here in the palm tree. So this brown here, I'm going to select a darker brown. The green is going to be a darker green, and the black outline, instead of being like a grayish, I'm going to just choose black. I'm going to go back to my ribbon banner, and this black offset that we did, I'm going to duplicate it to the color black. Then I'm going to grab it again and I'm going to duplicate it to the color green, and then I'm going to do the color brown. I'm going to select align and center, and I'm going to just put it over this ones. To make sure that they're even, I'm going to just keep them selected, and I'm going to scroll here and find the other black banner. So from here, I just select, align, and center. Now, without moving them, I am going to create layers for my palm tree. So I am going to weld the brown piece here with this brown piece up top. So I'm going to select, go to the palm tree, select, combined, and weld, and I'm just going to send it backwards so you can see how the brown layer is still there. Now I'm going to do the green palm tree with the green banner, combined, and weld, and I'm going to send it to the back again. Now the outline of the palm tree, I am going to weld it with this black offset piece, combined and weld. And the white piece of the banner, I'm going to arrange and bring to front. So if you see here, here is the white piece of the banner, the black outline, the green outline, and I have this as an extra. And here's also the brown. We're going to do the same thing with this PNG here for the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that PNG, hit on flatten, combined and weld. And this piece here, I'm going to change it to a basic cut. This one I'm going to select the color black, duplicate, change it to the color green, duplicate, and change it to the color brown. I'm going to align and center, and then I'm also going to center it with the image back here. So keep those selected, find the PNG, and align and center. Same thing from here. I am just going to weld it with the other colors. So this brown layer here, the first one, we're going to weld it with this brown one here, combined and weld. Now I'm gonna send it to the back. Next, we're gonna select the green one with the green piece, combined and weld. Again, send it to the back. Now we're gonna do the black piece with the black car, combine and weld. And same thing here, we're going to send it backward. I'm gonna bring my image a little bit to the front. So I'm gonna select bring forward, and I just want it behind the banner. Now we are going to do the leaves, and these I'm just gonna change it to the color green. And here I'm just going to mess around with them and try to put them at the bottom. And I'm just gonna play around where I want them to be. I'm gonna get one of the leaves, duplicate, and this one I'm gonna change the flip to horizontal. I want to make sure that these leaves align at the bottom, so I'm going to select all the leaves, align to bottom, and from here I'm going to weld my leaves to the green piece we did earlier, and it's going to be this one here. So I'm going to select the leaves, select that green piece, combined and weld. Now this one I am going to send it backward, move this to the side, and I am going to hit duplicate, and then I'm going to weld these big pieces. What I can do on this one is I can delete the PNGs, combined, weld, and now you should have this big piece. So now this green piece, I can delete this layer here, the green one, because it's going to be the same size as this. So I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and align and send to back. And this number 2, I can delete it since I don't need it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this again. For this image here that we duplicated on the right, I'm going to delete this green layer for now. And what I'm going to do again is I am going to delete the PNGs. Okay, so now that we deleted the PNGs, what I want is I want to create another layer. This one is going to be the color gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select, combine and weld. And this is going to be the color foil, the gold color foil. So I'm going to bring it here, and I am just going to arrange and send backward. This gold color that is by itself here, we can delete that. We don't need it. Basically, we have our layers done. I'm just going to show you the banner. We have the white piece. This is an extra back one that we're going to use as well. Now we have our black outline here, which is one layer. We have the green one here, which is another layer. The brown one here, another layer. And then we have our PNG. And then we have the gold. And we have the green. This green piece back here, I am going to duplicate it. But this one, I am going to change it to the color white. This white piece with the green piece, my cake stick is going to go in the middle so I can hide the cake stick. So I'm just going to arrange send to back. And then from here, we are just going to type the name. And I'm just going to use the name Julian. Go to system and look for that font we downloaded earlier called Safari. So for the name, what you want to do is you want to combine, and you can either do unite or weld. And this color is going to be the color gold. So I'm going to hit offset 0.056 apply, and that's going to be the color black. Select again, create another offset, and this one is going to be the color green. Select again, and it's going to be offset, and this one is going to be the color brown. From here, I'm just going to align the name how I want it to be. So I think about there is okay. Once I have it set up the way I like it to be, I'm just going to go ahead and send to cut. So for this project, I'm just going to get the cardstock that I need. I will be using foam tape from Dollar Tree. I need an acrylic stick. For my PNGs, I will be using this koala photo paper. It is 48 pounds and it's matte. And then my two glues that I use is this Big and 3-in-1 and the Barely Art. Everything I also have will be listed down in my Amazon storefront. Okay, now that I have all my pieces cut, I went ahead and I cut the cake topper 7 inches wide. I'm just going to go ahead and assemble this. I also cut out extra of these just in case I want to add more layering. I'm going to start off by assembling the banner and also the name first. It's basically the small pieces. I'm going to start adding foamies to this black piece here. I just want to make sure that the pieces do not show at the front. So I'm just going to put it here where they're a little bit more darker. So I'm just going to put them here on the back. And you can see in the front, you can't see them. And same thing here with the green piece. I'm going to add foamies as well. I'm just going to cut these down a bit. I'm going to put the banner and the name to the side for now. And I'm going to go ahead and start layering this. So this black piece, I'm going to go ahead and glue it. Just because I cannot put foamy on this, it's going to be very thin. So I'm just going to glue it down. In this next layer, you can either glue it down as well, or you can go ahead and add foamies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add foamies because I want these leaves to pop out more. Okay, so the next layer, this number here that we just did the print and cut, we're just going to glue this one down. And we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and place it here. And then here, I'm also going to lay down foamy so it can give it height again. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Now again, I'm going to go ahead and add foamies to these layers in between so I can give it height. And I'm also going to put it around the number 2. Now, since the number 2 is not the same size as this gold one here, I'm going to try to align them from the bottom and from the side. And then again, check the bottom. And then just lay down the 2. So it should be looking like this. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I am going to align it with my mat. And I am going to go ahead and glue the acrylic stick here. For this, I'm just going to use it with hot glue gun. And I just want to make sure that's going to be centered. So what I do is I go ahead and line it up with my mat. And then from here, same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and add foamies. And then from here, we can either glue down one of the images or we can go ahead and set foamies down. For this first one, I'm just going to glue it down. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and add foamies to the image. And I am also going to add foamies to the banner here. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue or lay down the other image again. I'm just going to make sure that it's aligned. And then from here, I'll add the banner. And then for the name, I can either put foam tape here on the back as well, or I can just go ahead and hot glue it. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of foam tape, that way I can just make it look a little bit more out. What I like to do on the name is I just like to add a hot glue, that way I can make sure that it's properly secure and it doesn't go anywhere. And that's how it looks. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any other recommendations of another video you want to see, please leave them down in the comments below. Other than that, thank you for watching.